Hey guys, welcome back. Just taking a quick ride. I was going through a back road here near where I live, and it kind of looked interesting, so I thought I'd take a quick ride and see what it's like, although today the traffic might be a little too much, but that's okay. The whole point of this video is just to take a quick short ride and show you all the accessories that I have put on the bike. Yeah, so I finally went ahead and put my last accessory on, which was the bottle holder. So I just put that video up a day ago, and I just wanted to take a quick ride. I haven't ridden this bike enough. I'm gonna take it to work next week almost every day, but just wanted to take this road real quick because we're looking at houses back here for my parents, and I noticed, I'm like, well, that's not a bad little back road right over here, so let's check it out. Although I want to avoid as many potholes as possible. I know there's going to be a few, but yeah, so let's see. According to the map, this thing shows a lot of left-right curves here. Let's see, and a lot of potholes too. Look at this uneven road. Last thing I want is to get my handlebars off center again. But if there are any, I'm just gonna let the back wheel take the hit. Yeah, look at that. Nice little lefty and righties here. I wish the roads were empty. That would be nice. But you can't get everything you wish for now. Come on. Maybe what I'll have to do is find a couple of roads like this and come in early morning when there are not a lot of cars on the road. So see, like this would have been a nice corner on the Ryker right here. Not bad, but a very short road. So there's a nice area where I'm gonna go one day. Maybe I'll even go today, you never know. But Red Top Mountain. So there's some nice 5 miles curves going towards Red Top Mountain. I might just do that next time. That should be fun. I don't think I know a place that should be empty here, a parking lot where I can pull over and show you guys what I've done. I know I could have done this at the house, but I just wanted to make a ride out of it. Okay, let's go ahead and hop off and have a look at the bike here. Okay, so I do like the panels, the ruby black panels. I like them a lot. They go with the look that I was going for. I love the LED lights that I put on. These are the 360 LED lights from Sling Mods. They're really powerful. I still haven't tested it out at night, but last night I turned them on, opened the garage up, and man, it was lighting up the driveway and everything. So it's pretty cool. So here we go. This is what I did last. You might have seen the video. Put the bottle holder up here from Providence. They used to be called Providence Spider, but I guess they are now just called Providence because they do a bunch of different, they sell a bunch of accessories for spiders, Rykers, and I think slingshots. I think, don't quote me on that, but shut that off. So I got the Shag Bag. This comes in real handy, and I don't know exactly how many liters of space it has in there, but I'll tell you one thing. Before I left today, I have a Schubert C3 light helmet, and I've got a the whole camera mounted in front of it, and when you put it in sideways, that thing goes in perfect. And I didn't realize that. I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool, because I actually bought a Nelson Rig commuter series tail bag, which I'm still gonna keep because I really like it. When I go on the longer trips, I can stuff that in with a bunch of stuff. I guess stuff that in with a bunch of stuff. There you go. So I can put a lot of stuff in there, and that should be that should come in handy. And that's the name I was forgetting, Nelson Rig. So I like it. And what else did we do? We did the lights. I've got the tank bag here. This is the only one I've seen, but it's nice. I've got my GoPro GoPro remote, my garage door remote. I've got a battery pack in here. Inside I've got some essentials here. So this is nice. I like this because I frankly don't have a choice. It's not a whole lot of options, but it's magnetic. You can put it out of the way. Has enough clearance for that. I put the lock in here, so that's pretty easy. And you know what the problem is? Look at all the keys I have to carry now. You see that? This is for the Shag Bag. We'll take 2 out from my house and whatnot, but then you have one for this lock, one for that lock, one for that lock. It's crazy. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, so this is for the bag here, the Shag Bag. This is, I'll go over this in a second. One of these keys is for the fuel. So it's not this one, it's the square one. So I this was very important. It's just very simple, nothing crazy. You know that usually that's open and anybody, if they want to mess with it, can. But this way there's a little bit of security. So this thing clears it and then goes back on. It's nice. It looks nice. It doesn't look bad. You guys saw the foam grips I put on, the convex mirrors. This is something I didn't bring on video, but this is the hand deflectors. Not only does it deflect wind from the top, it deflects from the bottom as well. So that was really nice. You guys saw the windshield. So here's what I did. I put in this lock here for the glove box, which was good, but you know, I forgot to put the hook up here for it to lift up, and while doing that I put a little mark here, which you can barely see, but I thought I'll get another hood piece, glove box plastic piece. They were only $60, and I said, you know what, why? Forget it. I'll just make use of it. So this is how that clicks into place, and then I put the original hardware back in there, so it kind of pulls it back down further. Also, I noticed when I washed the bike the other day that it wasn't completely waterproof anyway, so there was a little bit of water that goes in there, so just keep that in mind. And this is so I can lock all the stuff in here. See, yet again you need another key, so not sure if this is the right key. I thought this was the right key, but yeah. So there we go. So now you can't get in there. So all these keys, and I know that there are different options for the glove box. I've seen Ryker Rides, I believe. I like her channel. If you haven't seen it, please go ahead and subscribe to it and watch it. She has an option where it's electronically locks and you can put a button down there, but still there's a button anybody can press and open it up. I didn't want that. There's another one by Sling Mods where when you go ahead and put the parking brake on, there's a cable that connects to it and it automatically locks the glove box with the parking brake, which is cool. But that only means that when you have the parking brake on, you can't open up your glove box then. Then when you keep your parking brake off, it's going to start beeping at you. So I didn't like that option either. So I went with this, but like an idiot, like a novice, I forgot to put the hook on, but it works. I mean, no issues. It works fine. And you guys already know about this. The one that I had to, that a couple of people are still scratching their heads over because the website says the lock is free and nobody's given that out. So this is that key for that. It's really simple. It still doesn't line up. You have to pull this a little bit, and and then there we go. Now that parking brake lock is secure. So yet another key. What is that, the third one? So, or fourth one rather, because you have 1, 2, 3, and then the bag 4. So I have to carry 4 extra keys, but it's all right. I don't have a problem with that. I'd rather do that than not have any safety. So I've noticed one thing, guys. This piece right here on the left side vibrates like crazy, and it's such a sharp vibration sound that you can hear it. So what I did was, I actually, what you can't see is I took the glove box off and got the Heatshield Kit from Sling Mods, and I put that in there, and underneath there's a big straight line of foam that you have to take off. So I saved that, and I don't know if you can see it through here, but I put the foam behind this. Now you can still hear a sound, but it is about 90% less than what it used to be. It's very annoying. So I kind of use that foam and I put it on the back of this panel, and then back here I'm touching it through through the gap over here. I don't know if you can see the gray foam, and that has helped a lot. So if you don't have a foam, or you can't find some at the store, what I did was I just took a simple piece of like a rag, see that little microfiber towel, small piece, and I curled it up and I put it right back here, putting that on. So here, let me just show you real quick what I'm talking about here. Takes a second to pop this open. So this is what I'm talking about. So I saved the piece and I cut and I put some over here and put some over here to help with that vibration sound. But what you can do is take a small rag and stuff it here, fold it and stuff it here and put it on there, and you don't hear any sounds. So I just wanted something permanent, and the takeaway is, because I had to use the existing foam, they're a little thin. You can still hear a little bit of sound, but heck, it's a heck of a lot better than hearing hearing that thing constantly with the sharp sound. That was way too much. So yeah, so that's something that I'm sure if you haven't had yet, you're gonna hear that sound. It's gonna come in. Got a sticker for the back wheel here that matches with the red on the front, so it just kind of gives it a little bit of two-tone look. Breaks up the all black back here. What else? Back seat, and then folding cover for the back right there. The folding cover is separate. It's pretty expensive. I think $200-300 for that. $200 for the seat. So this is a cool $500 they just took. And I know you have a couple of options for aftermarket, but man, this they're charging because they know this is really convenient, looks nice, folds down. So that's that. What else? Let's see, what else did I get? I think that's about it. Not a whole lot of stuff I added, and it's not something that is like really out there in your face. They're all very discreet, but just enough to make it my own. The only thing that would really stand out would be the pieces, the exclusive panel, which I really love. Kind of goes with the Knight Ryker theme, if you know what I mean, the Knight Rider. And that's about it. Atlas lock, that's the last piece. Atlas throttle lock is the last thing I did because it doesn't have cruise control, and honestly this thing works pretty decent. You just have to mess around with it a little bit. I think it's a little overpriced at $135, but I like it better than those throttle locks back here. And with these mirrors, it's going to be a little tough, so you're going to have to relocate the mirrors. So I like this. I'm going to hang on to that. And that's pretty much it. So just to do a final walk around, this is my 2020 Ryker Rally. And I gotta say, I like it. I like it. It's very different. It's more relaxed, more calm. I think people see you a little bit more on this thing than the regular bike. And I could be wrong on that, but I just feel like, this is a bit rare on the road, so I don't know if that's a good thing and people get distracted looking at you, or or maybe it's a good thing where people look at you and they're more aware. But anyway, that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and head on home. Just wanted to bring you a quick video of what I've done to the Ryker so far. I don't know what else I'll be adding on, but if I do anything, I'll definitely bring it to you guys. And if there's any other cool mods that you guys have done, share it with me. Please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and until next time, be safe.